Jussie Smollett got some explaining to do. Cardi B wins a Grammy, and is Soulja Boy dating Black China? Back to reality. Stay tuned. Hi! Hey, bitches. It is Sunday. Happy Sunday. Welcome back to reality. We're so used to coming in on the hi, bitch. Hi, bitch. But you know what, YouTube a little shady sometimes, so we can't really play the music. But pretend that Bad Bobby's playing. Hi, bitch.
Hi.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
Hey, for those who don't know, I am your host, Nakia Monet, and I'm joined by the one and only, my favorite person in the whole wide world.
Ooh, what's going on, everybody? It's Howard the Third. I'm over here crying, Nakia. If y'all could just see us between commercial breaks and before the show. Oh, it's a hoot.
We're nuts. We just start quoting movies like Waiting to Exhale. He's a good man, Savannah. A good man. If you've never seen Waiting to Exhale, please watch that movie and let us know how you feel. Howard, how was your weekend? We missed you last week. Shout out to Drew for holding it down.
Yeah, shout out to you, Drew. I was great. Last weekend I was out of town in Atlanta, baby. Hey, everybody. ATL. Had a great time. Thank you for showing me around your city. And then this weekend I didn't do too much, you know. Went out for just like maybe 3 hours and then that was it.
Okay.
What about you? How was your weekend?
This weekend went by really fast, but tomorrow's a holiday and I will be partaking in President's Day.
Okay.
Celebrating my president, Barack Obama. But yeah, it's just been a pretty low-key weekend. Haven't really done much, but I got to see your beautiful face, I think, the day before. I think I seen you yesterday for a little bit. Got to hang out with the crew, but this was a really good weekend. And as you guys know, it's always a crazy weekend in reality TV, social media, and pop culture. And Howard and I are here to deliver the goods to you. So let's get it popping with the first segment, Moments of the Week.
Woo!
Yes. So with Moments of the Week, Howard and I like to break down what's been going on in this crazy world of social media and reality TV. And we kind of want to give you guys a present. And happy belated Valentine's Day. Just throwing it out there.
Lovers.
All right, let's get carded. I'm thinking about Cardi B. Let's get started. Cardi B, she gets a lot of backlash because if you guys don't know, she won an amazing Grammy. She made history because I think she's the 8th woman to win a Grammy. Rapper Cardi B just made history as the first female rapper ever to win the Album of the Year category at this year's Grammy. But it seems like the win made a lot of people come for Cardi and hate on her a lot. We have a video for you guys. Take a look and a listen.
Yes.
Shit last night, and I'm sick of this shit.
Let them know, Queen.
I worked hard for my motherfucking album. I remember last year when I didn't want for Bodak Yellow, everybody was like, Cardi got snubbed, Cardi would've got snubbed. Now this year's a fucking problem. My album went 2-time platinum, my nigga. In every chart that there was, my album was always top 10. #1 album as well. I fucking worked my ass off, locked myself in the studio for 3 months, my nigga. Didn't want to
Let 'em
sleep
know,
in my
Queen.
own bed,
Okay.
sometimes for 4 days straight. Pregnant. Some songs couldn't even get on the fucking album because my nose was so fucking stuffy from my pregnancy. Niggas couldn't sleep. Niggas couldn't do shit.
Let them know, Queen.
Okay.
While everybody was harassing me,
Drag
like, you're
us.
not gonna do it. We know you're pregnant. Your career's over. That shit dwelling in my fucking mind while I'm working.
Let them know,
Okay.
Queen. The Queen Bee. How did you feel
Shoulda
about
let 'em
Grammy winning?
know.
Grammy. Okay, good night. I need to obviously take a nap. I'm all over the place.
You know what? I liked it. I didn't mind her winning this rap album of the year because it's something different, something we needed to see. With Cardi, she did have a great year. She's having great, years. So I was like, okay, I'm glad you did it. Am I a little, bitter that Nicki was snubbed? Yes, I am. I like them both. So I wish Nicki was in that category. But, kudos to you, Cardi. She did work her butt off.
Shout out to Cardi. And I just feel like, listen, all of our favorite artists get snubbed. My favorite artist, Jay-Z, they invited my man and his wife, the Queen Beyonce, to sit in the front row. Nominated for 8 Grammys, they didn't win. And I think and J. Cole made a really good message, like, just because you didn't win a Grammy doesn't mean you're not great. I just think the Grammys are how good you are in a popularity contest. And yes, Nicki wasn't in the category, but I think it's actually better she wasn't. Because just imagine if Nicki was in that category and they still gave it to Cardi, it would have been a big thing.
True.
But I do think this is Cardi's moment, and I think people need to relax. And Nicki's a queen, and she's a queen, and we need to stop putting these queens together. Okay, good night. Guys, so it's Sunday, and apparently this has been a rough weekend for me because I don't know what's happening.
It has. It's the rain. It's been raining a lot in LA. Like, if y'all don't know, it's been raining for almost like the past 8 days.
Yes, it's
so rain,
Seattle here.
cloudy. It's horrible.
I can't speak, but Howard, take it away because I'm crazy.
So moving on here, Tamar Braxton wins Celebrity Big Brother. Woo! Congrats to you, Tamar. So the Braxton Family Values star Tamar Braxton has come out on top, winning Celebrity Big Brother this season, season 2. The singer had a tough time as she was arguing with most of the cast.
Child.
Okay, if y'all don't remember, she argued with Lolo. Her and Candy, the singer, didn't get along. It was so much. But in the end, she ended up taking the crown. And we have a video from that night. So take a look and a listen.
Wow. Natalie Eva Marie has cast
She's
her
so
vote
dramatic.
for.
She is. That's a
I
good
love
wig,
her.
though.
Congratulations, Tamar!
Hey!
She beat Ricky.
Wow. She looks amazing.
She looks good. That's a good wig.
That's a good wig. A good wig, Savannah. A good wig. Oh, congrats, Tamar.
She's just so happy.
I'm
Delighted.
happy for her. Wow. Oh, that's, first of all, I feel like the show just started. So when I heard that she won, I'm like, wait, huh?
I know. They were in the house for a month. So they had no internet, no TV, no anything to the outside world.
And it's live. Like, you watch everything live, right?
You watch it live, yeah.
Wow. Look at Aaron from Mean Girls.
I know. I think he was like the second person voted out for him.
Oh, gosh. Who is this people having sex on the stage? What is happening? See, Celebrity Big Brother, they get nervous. You notice how they just cut to that clip because they didn't know what was happening on stage. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so I'm still a little confused if you guys know like how Celebrity Big Brother plays. I know people come together with like alliances, then you have to try to vote somebody out. I guess they were trying to win for a charity, you know, with Celebrity Big Brother. But I'm happy for her. She's the first African American to win Celebrity Big Brother. That's what they're saying online, but definitely the first one to win Celebrity Big Brother. Sorry, she's the first one to win, apparently, for Big Brother in general.
Whoa.
That's what they were saying. But
That's
it could just be
crazy.
Tay Martian saying that. But
Tay Martians, is that her people?
That's her people.
Oh, I like that.
Isn't that cute?
Okay, Tay Martians.
All right.
I like Tamar. Okay, congrats.
Congrats, girl. And so let's move on to somebody who else was kind of a little tricky getting along with people. We have Bree and Eric from Growing Up Hip Hop LA. I do the after show on our sister network, AfterBuzz TV, on Thursdays. Check that out at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Period.
I can't stand the here. So, on this clip that we have for you guys, Bree and Eric sat down for brunch. Bree gets a little bit upset because Eric brings up Bree's dad, who you may know or may not know is the ex-husband to Mary J. Blige.
Okay, that's who that. Oh, Kid Dude is her dad?
Yes. That's her biological dad. So she's very protective over her father after everything that's come out, everything that's been said about him. And so when little Easy E, aka Eric, brings up Daddy and says how he's pretty much a deadbeat dad, it doesn't go over well with Bree. Make sure, you guys got to take a look and a listen at this one.
Been there? Has your father ever been there?
Episode airs. A bunch of telling me that my father's all day. I
She breaks the fourth wall and
people telling me
everything.
to kill myself on a daily basis. No, so shut the up when I tell you to.
I'm asking.
Oh.
Does Eric know that?
You don't know, but you
Okay,
always
then you
talking
gotta
like
ask
you know
him, right?
everything. I
Cares.
still want to live my
So
life
therefore you'll
without
get.
The people in the restaurant is me. Like, what's
When it
happening?
comes out, you get a whole lot more exposure. It'll be what you wanted.
I'm also
it's
Eric.
not
I'm
what
still
I want.
eating
You wanna live.
as I'm arguing.
Nah, she misinterpreted what I'm asking her, what I said.
Eric cute. He looked just like his damn father.
He sure does. But it's a whole mess because Eric is pretty much saying that Bree is just like Boogie, who has a rough connection with his dad, Damon Dash. But Bree said it's nothing like that and pretty much stormed off, left her waffles, left orange juice.
Yeah, sis, you gotta eat before you leave, honey. And you know, it's tough. I did not know Kendall was her father, but it makes sense because she looks exactly like him.
Right.
And then it's tough when you are in the limelight and you're following your parent, but you should know your father was trash and he did a horrible thing. And when you sign up to be on these reality TV shows, he's trash. I'm sorry. We love you, Bree, but hey, we shouldn't answer for our parents' mistakes and what our parents do. I'll say that.
Right.
And I do feel like, but you signed up to be in the show, just like Boogie did, just like Eric did, where Eric is going to have to hear the things about his father, and people are going to bring it up. So unfortunately, your father being who he is,
Okay.
and people know him for what he did,
Ooh.
he not a good man, Savannah. He not a good man. All right. Moving on to someone who's trying to be a good man. Jersey Shore My guy, Ronnie. We love to hate Ronnie because he's been staring up a lot this year.
Sure has.
And, you know, I'm on the panel for Jersey Shore on AfterBuzz TV. Hey, y'all. And a lot of us on the panel were always like, what the hell has been going on with Ronnie? Something's wrong because him and his girlfriend and baby mama Jen have been trying to literally kill each other.
Oh, no.
Mugshots, blood, literally kill each other. But it looks like Ronnie is going to rehab, y'all. So the Jersey Shore star Ronnie recently admitted he was in rehab for the past few months, and he talked about the struggle with dealing with alcohol. We have a video for you guys, so take a look.
Things would just continue to happen because I wasn't reacting the way I should. I think that I was struggling. It's been a life. I think it's a chronic disease. You know, it's a progressive disease. You know, I'm still struggling.
Run,
you know, I'm
stop.
struggle for the rest of my life. You know, it's a monkey that's on your back and it's never gonna get off. You know, it pops its head in. It's, you know, it eats the banana in front of you, and it's just like, all right, what do you want to do today? And you're just like, like, you know. But it's definitely something that's progressed. You know, because I would drink and then I wouldn't drink. You know, I would work out, get healthy, whether we were filming or
that's
traveling.
what it seemed like.
And then all
he
of a
was
sudden,
always drunk
you know,
and
you start up
fighting.
again and it's worse than when you stop.
But then
And
it
you
looked like
stop
he'd be
and
all
you start up
right.
again, it's worse than when you stop. And you're just like, wow, like I thought I had this under control.
That's a nice little
But at the end of the
necklace
day,
he has.
full
It
control.
is. Ronnie look good.
My state of mind when I went
love
in, I was
Ronnie.
very depressed, you know, just very angry. I decided to go to treatment because
It's a lot.
like I
Poor
said,
Ronnie.
Yeah.
you know, I
Like,
was just
he's been
making
through
the
so
wrong
much. And the
decisions,
crazy
you know.
thing is, we've had to watch it via TV. Him and Jen, if you guys don't know, him and Jen went through so much drama. She drug him with her car. There was blood on the car.
What?
Allegedly, she claimed that he killed her dog.
What?
There's videos of them live physically fighting where Jen would, like, physically push him, smashing TVs. He allegedly, this is all alleged, was sending, like, her nudes to her 10-year-old son.
Oh, my
child.
gosh.
They just had a brand new baby. So, like, every day we would do Jersey Shore. Our news and gossip was always Ronnie and Jen. And we knew something was wrong. And what we love is Mike, the situation, also turned his life around. He went to rehab and he's now in jail and he's answering for what he did. But he's been trying to help Ronnie as well. So I hope and pray that Ronnie goes that route.
Me too.
a
Poor
lot,
Ronnie.
child.
It is.
And you know him and Sam, Ron, stop. It's been a lot. All right, kids, let's get into our next segment, our social media segment.
Woo.
Yeah, so because Howard and I in Back to Reality, we a little nosy. We be creeping on people's social media, so we like to tell you guys what we see on social media and bring it to light.
Yeah.
Jessie Woo, our sister.
Sister.
Hope I said that right.
I know.
We love her to death. Jessie Woo from Love and Hip Hop Miami. She's a new cast member on the show. You know, last week we reported that she had a little beef with Love and Hip Hop Miami by trying to do her wrong.
Yeah, baby.
But on this past episode, she was speaking about her story about being sexually assaulted and talking about depression. And she was at a Me Too conference and kind of broke down, and she had women there supporting her. So we do have a clip for you guys to listen and hear and all that jazz. And the clip just pretty much explains, it's her explaining her ordeal and all the bad stuff that happened.
Oh my gosh.
Poor Jessie. Girl been going through so much.
I know. Our sister.
Our sister. ICN. Haitian. Sac passe, ma boule.
I know. But you know, looking at her on social media.
Work with, you know?
Sorry, a clip came out.
How do I live with that?
No.
How do I live with that? How do you really feel free
Tawana,
when
I love you.
don't see some type of punishment for that person? How do I not feel?
That's
So sad.
That's unfortunate and it's sad. And, you know, I know a lot of people criticize the Me Too movement and all this other stuff. But one thing about the Me Too movement is women and men are now able to speak up. They're able to, because this is something that's been going on since Jesus' time.
Right.
But because of work, people being threatened, bullied, jobs being, you know, people being blackballed and blackmailed. People have been afraid to speak up. And that's why you're getting Kavanaugh stories coming back 30 years later. And people get to talk about these things. So it is sad and unfortunate, but I am happy that she is on this platform and she's able to speak to the audience that's watching Love and Hip Hop Miami.
And even in that clip that we didn't get to see so much, it was Trina, it was Chinese Kitty there, who was all just comforting her. It was a very strong, like, woman empowerment event. So I was like, kudos to them for stepping up. You know what I mean? Like,
Beautiful.
I don't know, I just like that.
I love it.
And I
All
love
the
that she's coming from
women.
independent.
Throw your hands up at
Let me see you put your hands up.
You know what? We're stupid. We're not making light of that situation.
But
Howard and I just like
Beyonce.
to celebrate, and we're just laughing at Beyonce because we love her.
Love her.
She's clean. Hey, B.
Hey, girl.
Not that you're watching this, but hey, girl. She could be. You never know.
Hey.
Hey, Blue. Hey, twins.
Hey. So something that we do also like to celebrate is Andy Cohen. Woo!
I love him.
He just celebrated a birthday. He turned 50. He also celebrated the birth of his new son.
50.
50, girl.
Wow.
He look good, huh?
Oh my God. I did not know Andy was 50. I'm sorry, Howard.
Yes, he's 50. He's on the cover of People magazine with his new child that he had via surrogate. And in the magazine, he talks about how his whole life has changed. He's now talking about how he had to celebrate his old life before 50, which was pretty much going out and drinking and partying. And then that's why he had this whole big baby shower, because he knew once his son comes, it's going to be a whole new life. So kudos to you, Andy.
Beautiful baby.
Make sure you guys go look that out. Check that out.
Andy's a good looking man.
He a good looking man.
Let me tell you something. Andy,
You look good.
you look good. Happy birthday to Andy. All right. So Black China.
Uh-oh.
I love her. I don't care what no one says. I love her.
Oh, what's going on,
But
China?
she's in the news again. She was in the news last week. Apparently, her and Soulja Boy are dating. China is in the news again for this time dating the current rapper Soulja Boy. The two reportedly started dating after Soulja Boy slid in China's DMs. And he posted all these photos and he was like hashtagging her. I was like, oh, I love China for the videos. Do you think this is a real relationship? Or this is for, as the kids say, clout?
For the clouts. You know, I don't know if I believe this too much, because Soulja Boy still has this other woman on his Instagram and with the ring in his bio and tagged the girl. The other girl still has Soulja Boy in her bio. So I'm like, what's going on there? And plus we know with China, she tries to, I love China, but you know, she tries to date the little hot rappers at the moment, get her clout up, and then do what she needs to do.
She don't even need to do that. And
She
then
doesn't,
Soulja
but she
Boy is
does.
also on the marriage show with Nia.
So right now he's the hot rapper. He's also about to go on tour with Nicki for the American League.
That's true.
It's a good look for China.
It is a good look, but sis, go home.
I don't believe it, y'all.
I love it. I don't believe it either. I think they're both just trying to get the clout. And
Okay.
what is to get the clout but go on Instagram and say y'all dating each other? Her hair looked nice. All right,
I
y'all.
did look nice. I was looking
So Howard and I, well, really Howard came up with this really cool idea to do a really cool new segment called Bird Talk.
Bird. Brr. Yep, bird talk, because when we see your tweets. And Twitter is a bird, so.
And I'm a bird.
talk.
No, I'm kidding. I'm a bird. Who's proud to admit that? This is a weird story. This is funny, and I hope these people are not watching this. But I went to Miami a long, long time ago with my friends, and we had some of the girls that we were with got in trouble, and the security wouldn't let them in. And he's like, "You're being a bird right now," and the girl was like, "I'm a bird, so what?" So I've always wanted to say that. Sorry, Howard. Bird talk with Howard and Nakia. Here we are.
Oh my God.
So as Howard said, Bird Talk is us reading the tweets out loud. So last time I did Chris Brown and I did Ariana Grande. So we thought it would be cool to read some of the tweets out loud. And I'm going to go first.
Yes.
And we have Lindsay Lohan.
Oh, Missy Lindsay.
Miss Lindsay.
Lucy Lindsay.
Lucy Lindsay was on social media this week, and Tamar just won Big Brother,
Right.
which is amazing.
Right.
Her mother apparently did not, so Lindsay wasn't feeling that. So first, I'm going to start on Twitter, then I'll go to Instagram.
Okay.
So on Twitter, Tamar Braxton just promoting her music says,
Right, because her sales just went up. Sorry, I had to plug that.
Yes.
Her sales just went up on Spotify.
So let me try to do Tamar. Tamar Braxton, Bluebird of Happiness on iTunes, #iTunes. Yes, she ready. Okay. Lindsay Lohan then creeps in and says, "Congrats. God bless you. But you're not a friend of a woman." Which I don't know what that means, but okay.
I don't know what it means either.
You're deceptive and okay, now, as this is not that I can't read. This is Lindsay Lohan. So this is her Twitter. You're deceptive and conniving.
Oh.
And so is this #RR money. It's more to you than being a strong woman. #sadness. Bless you. #Valentine's Day. #karma super hit.
What?
Then big sis Tony Braxton said, let me try to do Tony.
Oh, yeah, that's deep.
Lindsay, stay out of it. 7 whole days
And
without a word from you.
7 whole nights.
And I'm just about through.
Yeah.
I can't take it, no, take it, no.
Stop.
Okay. So then Lindsay goes on Instagram and says, Finally, hashtag family. At Alina Lohan, hashtag free. At CBS Big Brother. You suck. And you get no Valentine's Day from hashtag at Lohan Beach Club at MTV. My mother's an amazing woman, and she did so well. The secrets she told me a few hours ago are going to hashtag expose. Hashtag you all. Hashtag Dina Lohan. Hashtag DFWM.
What's the secrets, Dina? I can't win the
What's the secrets? And that was Lindsay Lohan's bird talk.
Yeah.
Thank you. I don't know. The girl's crazy.
She's too much.
She's nuts. Now, Howard has another bird talk for you guys.
Oh, my gosh. One more bird talk for y'all. This one is with the queen, as some would say, Nicki Minaj.
Ooh, it's going to be good.
Yeah, baby. So Nicki Minaj was watching the Grammys, or was she? Who knows? She also had an event that night, so she probably wasn't. But everybody was, praising Cardi B about winning the Grammy. Somebody who did jump in was BET.
Oh,
now, the backstory is Nicki Minaj is doing the BET Experience this year.
Yes.
Right? So they have promotion, there's ads, everything's out. So BET put up a post on Twitter and said, meanwhile, Nicki Minaj is being dragged by her lace front.
Oh, Lord, BT.
And put a picture of Cardi and said Cardi B is the first solo female rapper to win Best Rap Album. And fans are weeping. Well, that opened up a whole door because the fans came for BET talking about don't talk about Nicki, don't say this, don't say that. So Nicki put up we tweeted different tweets on Twitter, and she put, how do I do a Nicki voice?
You gotta be real bird-like.
Oh, bird-like. Meanwhile, BET is being dragged by they lace front. Yeah. So, and then she put up another tweet and said, dang, at BET, still getting dragged by that lace front. The Bobs weren't having it. So then she went on to another tweet.
Ooh, child.
And she said, let me make sure I have it in order. She said to her fans, I can't thank you guys enough for all the love and support y'all continue to give and show me. To everyone who said something sweet, thank you. Whether I read it or not, I felt it. Yes. From the bottom of my heart. I love you so much. So much. Say two.
Yes, Nicki.
Yes, Nicki. So then one more tweet, Nicki said, because a fan tweeted her and said, Nicki Minaj has been at the top of her game for way too long to not have a Grammy. I don't know what white man from the boards she pissed off.
Yeah.
So Nicki retweeted and commented, I pissed off the same man Ariana just called out for lying. Chill. Grammy producer Ken. I was bullied behind staying quiet for 7 years out of fear. Bobs. But I'll tell my fans the real on the next episode of Queen Radio, y'all. They deserve the truth. Also, congrats to everyone who won last night. Chill.
You know what? I cannot stand you for these ad-libs. Chill.
So that was Bird Talk with Nicki, y'all.
Yes. So this is Bird Talk. We're going to bring this segment where we're just going to read the tweets because it's just funny that way. And we love and we support everyone that we read the tweets from. It's just funny to put in their voice. And, shout out to Nicki and shout out to Cardi. Shout out to everybody from the Grammys.
Yes.
All right, kids, let's get into some news and gossip.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Howard and I, we like to bring you all the news and the gossip and all of the hot mess. Because, honey, let me tell you something. This has been one crazy Black History Month.
Okay.
We are only 17 days in, and it has been a mess. And I mean, I don't know what's been going on for 17 days, but we're going to bring you some of the news and gossip that we've been hearing. And the number one news story right now, hashtag, as Lindsay Lohan will say, Jussie Smollett, child. Jussie. If you don't know, I'm just going to catch you guys up. Jussie allegedly was attacked in Chicago by two people who wear MAGA hats, and allegedly they tied a noose around his neck, poured bleach on him, and spewed out hate crimes, homophobic hate crimes. Child, the story came out, and people were like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened to Jussie. But then Chicago PD was like, we don't know this is really true because we think that Jussie and Lee Daniels maybe hired somebody. And then Jussie went on Good Morning America, and this is where it starts. Okay, so a lot of people are not believing Jussie. The actor Jussie Smollett sat down with Good Morning America, and he sat down with Robin Roberts to talk about the backlash that he's been getting in regards to the recent attack, and we have a video for you guys to see. And hear.
Because for probably 4 reasons. Number 1, I want them to find the people that did it. Number 2, I want them to stop being able to say alleged attack.
Oh, sorry.
Number 3, I want them to see that I fought back.
Don't say alleged.
And I want a little gay boy who might watch this to see that I fought back. And it does not take anything away from people that are not able to do that. But I fought back. They ran off. I didn't.
What do you say to a young gay man?
I love
a young
Robin.
gay person.
Hi, Robin.
I know. Hey, Robin
Learn
girl.
to fight. And I don't just mean like learn to fight. I mean, learn to fight. Learn to be a fighter. I am not advocating violence at all. So let's be clear about that.
We clear.
If you're gonna die,
Jussie look good though. You good looking man.
fight until you do.
Clear.
Because if you don't fight, you have no chance. I have fought for love.
Aww. All right, Jussie told me not to say alleged.
Don't say alleged.
But I have to say alleged because
we don't really know. It's a lot.
It's a lot. And it's like if you say something you don't want to... Okay, someone tweeted something really cool. They said, it's hard when the story came up because if you question it, you don't want to be a victim blamer and you don't want to seem homophobic because if someone says they've been attacked, they've been attacked.
Exactly.
And you want to believe it, but there's some holes in the stories. And I pray, and I don't see Jussie making this up for anything. I personally don't.
I don't.
I'm still riding with Jussie, so Team Jussie. But we gotta say alleged, honey. I can't
gotta say alleged. I'm still riding with him too. You know, he's innocent in my eyes. So.
Yeah, I'm riding with him, and I just pray and hope he didn't feel like he had to stoop that low.
I
And
know.
I feel like when it comes out, because someone also said like Chicago PD is also shady as well.
They sure are.
They covered up Laquan's murder, so they covered up a lot. So it's a lot between the two, but I'm gonna still go with Jussie.
Still go with you, Jussie.
Okay.
So another person who we still might ride with, we still might not ride with. I don't know. He did kind of lie a little bit. 21 Savage, the rapper, it's finally been released from ICE. He was taken into custody because they found out he had a expired visa. He's really from the UK. He's been proclaiming this whole time he's from Atlanta, but he's been in Atlanta since he was 8. So maybe that's why he was like, hey, I'm from Atlanta. But he's finally out. He sat down and did an interview to talk about the backlash and to talk about how he's just so happy to be out of jail. Take a look and a listen.
21.
They just said we got Savage.
They said we got Savage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like this was potentially something they set out to do, that this would have been targeted and not just a random traffic stop.
It was definitely targeted.
I love 21.
I love 21
It's
too.
a knife.
He said he was being targeted in Atlanta. They said it was just a traffic stop for, expired tags or something like that, you know.
You know what's shady? Okay, so 21 has been here since he was 6 years old. And he said in an interview, he's like, I never not said I was not from the UK. I just didn't want to get deported, which makes sense.
Does.
He grew up in Atlanta. I'm from New York, and I grew up in Boston. And I moved to Boston when I was 9, and then I moved back to New York when I was 18. So people are like, where did you go to high school? You're from Boston. And I'm like, whoa. I know, like, okay, sure, fine. But like it's funny how this happened because he did a verse on J. Cole's brand new song, and he talks about the borders. He talks about ICE, and he talks about it. And like right after he talks about it, then he gets pulled over, and then they say, we got Savage. How do you know that it was him?
That's true.
Come on, man. And shout out to Jay-Z, the president of the Hip Hop Club.
Okay.
Jay-Z paid for some of his lawyers to get him out of jail. So
go ahead. Shout out to you.
That's why Hove is amazing. Speaking about amazing, comedian actress Monique, who we love, she was on the Steve Harvey show. The comedian went on the Steve Harvey show to talk about the backlash that she's been facing last year. Because it was a lot with the Netflix thing, and then with Tyler Perry and Queen Oprah and Lee Daniels. And even she got into it with Steve Harvey as well. So the two of them sat down and talked about all the trials and tribulations in Hollywood, and we have a clip for you guys.
Yes.
It's devastating, and it's extreme.
She looks amazing.
She does.
And when people said, Monique, do you think calling a boycott was extreme? You damn right.
Ooh,
but
yes.
isn't inequality extreme? So we've got to get to a place where we're unafraid to say it out loud.
I agree, Mo.
Let's cure it with comedy. And what I'm not going to do, Steve, I'm never, ever going to waver from my comedy show on that stage. That's my gift.
Yes,
and that's
ma'am.
my freedom. And what happens is when you allow people to start taking your freedom and your gift and making it become what makes them comfortable, we then lose. When you called me with the morning show on the phone, I said,
this is the money game.
But
we in the money game. And
We're
you
in the
cannot
money game.
sacrifice yourself. The best thing you can do for poor people is not be one of them. You cannot help them.
We're in the money game, but let me tell you what the game is before the money game.
Like this.
Before the money game, it's called the integrity game.
Yes, ma'am.
And we've lost the integrity worrying about the money.
Woo, child.
It's a lot going on.
What did you think about what they both were saying?
I really agreed with both sides.
Same.
Steve Harvey is like, listen, you did what you did, but you went about it kind of differently. You went about it wrong, which I low-key agree with.
Yes.
But I also agree with Monique. She's like, I had to stand up. I had to speak a voice. But it's just hard because I don't think Monique should have went for the heavy hitters like Tyler Perry and Lee Daniels and Oprah, because you know they're the heavy hitters.
Yeah.
You know, and she's been in the game for over, 30 years. So you know there's politics to this. You have to move a certain way. You know you're supposed to promote your movie. If you're called to do the movie, and then you see what happens.
I give it to Monique, though, because I think what she's going to become is people after her are going to be able to not be afraid. Because, you and I both work in Hollywood. And it's one of those things, if you don't kiss somebody's ass, you're allegedly blackballed.
It's politics.
It's politics. And I agree with both of them. Steve made a really good point, and so did she. Like, I have pride, I have integrity. And just because my contract is done, and if I tell you no, does not mean I'm going to jump for you because you are the head of someplace. But Steve is also right because he's like, look, we are black and we are people of color, and they already look at us one way. And as soon as we come in, it's a mess. So I am happy that these two got the chance to sit down. And then Steve was on his radio show. I seen a clip this morning where he said even after that, they went backstage and they talked, they hugged. And Steve said his greatest regret was not coming to Monique's aid. And he apologized, and that's what I love about it. So
love it.
Come on, Black. That's a good thing for Black History Month.
That's a good thing.
That's a good thing, because this Black History Month has been wild, child.
And another thing might be a good thing, not for Kim K, but the people who's suing her, because they might get $100 million from her, which is a good thing for them. So apparently Kim K is being sued by the company that helped her build Kim Emojis. They claim that she backed out of the deal that she made with them at the last minute. And so they had to end up costing and putting up the cost for her whole little app thing that she had. She backed out and said that the company gave all her personal information out. They said that wasn't the case. We only gave it to one partner. So now they're taking her to court for $100 million.
Yikes.
So this is a little tricky because Kim is supposed to be the tech savvy girl. She's been doing interviews, conferences about her apps. She had her own app, this Kim Emoji, her video game. So it's a tough one.
It's a lot, especially when you have all these businesses and there's other people taking care of it. So I hope they come to an agreement, because honey,
baby.
All right, babies, let's get into the next segment, the Where Are They At Now segment. So this is a segment where we would like to update you guys, let you know where some of your favorite reality stars, social media stars, and influencers are today.
Yes. So if you guys don't remember, or maybe you don't know, but we have Drea from Basketball Wives.
She's a babe.
She's a great girl. She used to date Chris Brown back in the day, but now she's found love with her little football player and 2 kids. So do you, girl.
Love her.
But she's also working with Khloe Kardashian.
Wow.
Yep, and her Good American line.
Come on, Drea.
So Drea already has her own fashion line, her own swimsuit line called Mint Swim. And she also has her other line, Fine Ass Girls. So she's working with Khloe.
Shout out to her. Yo,
okay, getting her coins.
Drea came a long way.
Long way, y'all.
A long way. And I'm so proud to see what she's doing. She actually just went into a business venture with BK Rube, who's
nice.
Big's right-hand man, Diddy's left-hand man. And they're opening up a nail shop in Sherman Oaks, which is pretty dope. So Drea's on her business.
You do a Drea, girl.
Okay. And she fine, too. She's a fine ass girl. Let's get into our next segment, Villain of the Week.
Yes.
We like to highlight who was the jackass of the week. And I just so happen to be on my favorite show on the panel, Black Ink Chicago, and the villain comes from that show. So y'all, let me break it down for you really quickly. So this week on the show, there's a young lady on the show named Bella. She is one of the assistants to Ryan. She works at the shop. She brings in a young man to the shop. And what Bella did before she brought him in the shop, you have a boo and you tell all your business to your coworkers, which I always say you never do. Because they had a Friendsgiving and she brings the guy to the shop, and the boys are like Bella's big brothers, and they kind of start like poking fun of the guy, and it's all light and fun, and then it gets into a crazy war. Junior calls him a bitch. They knock his teeth out. He spits in Junior's girlfriend's face, and if you guys don't believe it, we have a clip for you guys to listen and watch. And Ryan takes his shirt off. He spit blood in her face.
Wow.
Here comes Ryan. Takes off shirt. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shirt is off. Fine, child. Dawn punches the wall, as always.
Oh, no.
It's just a lot. They start beating the guy up. Van is coming. It's a lot. And SP gets villain of the week because here's the thing. Junior messed up. Junior is part of the trap because he was like, they're poking fun at him, and obviously, you know, you're coming into a different place, and they were just calling him, his name is SP. So they was like, oh, what are you, the side piece? You the side piece? And he's like, no, I'm the main. Like, he starts to get insecure.
No.
So then so Ryan tells him, like, bro, we're just joking with you. We're kidding.
Yes.
But Junior, who also works in the shop, was a little drunk, and he was like, oh, you acting like a little bitch. But he was drunk, so you couldn't understand. All you heard was bitch. So he's like, what? So then they start fighting, and Junior kind of knocks his teeth out. And that young lady is Junior's girlfriend. And my thing, I was saying, like, she should have never gotten his face. Mm-hmm. But as a grown man, if you can't walk away from a yelling female and you feel you got to spit in her face, you're the villain of the week, bro. Come on, grow up.
Grow up, nasty.
Grow up. All right, y'all. Our last segment, speaking about growing up, shows to watch.
Woo.
There is a lot of things that's going on in reality TV. There's so many shows going off and coming back on. And Howard and I like to update you guys on what upcoming shows you guys should be checking out.
Yes, so Real Housewives of Atlanta. Oh, apologize, but Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is back on Bravo. Yep, they've been gone for a while, but now they back up. So we have a clip and their new taglines, and we also see there's a new housewife joining the cast, which is Denise Richards. Ooh. Yes, baby. The baby mama to Charlie Sheen.
Now, they Bravo know what they doing.
They know what they doing.
Hashtag Charlie
okay.
Sheen.
In the game of life, it's winner take all.
Days of our lives having so.
Most people talk about their fantasies. I'm living mine.
You better live it, Erica.
Okay, Erica.
In business and in life, I wear many hats and hairstyles.
Okay.
You could stab me in the back.
Lisa Vanderpump.
I'm not afraid of hard work, but I'll never do your
women.
work.
Right. Her name is Teddy.
Okay, Teddy.
The tabloids?
Wow, look at Denise. Oh, she got a new man?
Yeah, she got a new man. She's married now.
In Beverly Hills, the truth always has a way.
That's my girl
Kyle
right
is
here.
still there.
I love Kyle.
Beverly Hills Housewives. They are back on Tuesday, so make sure y'all go and watch that.
That's crazy. And let me tell you, they know what they're doing by putting Denise Richards on here because they want the tea about Charlie Sheen.
Yep. And if he's paying his child support, because for a moment there he wasn't.
He got a lot of kids. Shout out to Charlie Sheen and shout out to the Real Housewives because we'll be watching. Thank you guys for tuning in with us this week. It's been a crazy 17 days of Black History Month. And I'm sure next Sunday we'll bring you all the mess. Howard, before we go, let the fans know where they can follow you at.
Yes, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Howard III. My website, howard3rd.com. And then I also do, like I said, the Growing Up Hip Hop LA show on Thursdays at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then I do the Bring It after show on AfterBuzz TV a little bit after that at 10 p.m. So come out and hang out with me late night.
Very nice.
Yes.
And if you guys have any suggestions, let us know who your favorite peeps are. Make sure you shout in those comments. Shout out to everyone who's been showing us major love. We love and appreciate you guys. And
definitely,
we're happy that you guys support Back to Reality. My name is Nakia Monet. You can find me on all social media at Kiki Boom Boom. On Wednesdays at AfterBuzz TV, I'm on the panel for Black Ink Chicago. Woo! And I also do the New American Soul Train show on AfterBuzz.
Oh, okay.
So make sure you guys check that out. Howard and I will see you guys next Sunday.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
From executives Keven Undergaro, Dario Kristen, Tiana Hobson, and the entire BHL staff, we would like to thank you for supporting Black Hollywood Live, the first online broadcast network dedicated to African American entertainment. For questions and comments, contact us. info@blackhollywoodlive.com. Like us on Facebook, tweet us, or Instagram us at BHL Online. And I am the official voice of Black Hollywood Live, Scipio. Instagram me at KingXOBay. Thanks for tuning in.